Okay, welcome to the Forensics Evaluation YouTube channel. So today we're going to be talking about pre-wax cleansers. So very quickly, what are pre-wax cleansers? So whenever you place a sealant or wax on your car, especially with the sealant, the cleaner the surface of your clear coat is on your car, or your paintwork is on your car, the better your sealant will be able to bond to that paintwork, which makes the sealant more effective, makes the sealant last longer. Okay, so that's why you use a pre-wax cleanser. The two typical scenarios about when you're going to use a pre-wax cleanser. Number one, the first most common scenario is after you have done a polish on a car, a compound and polish. Now, when you do a compound and polish, you will strip the abrasives in the polish, will strip any wax or sealant that's already on the car, but what they will leave is oils and lubricants that are in the wax on the surface of your car. You can rub those off with a microfiber, but you will never get them all off. So in that scenario one, you would want to be using some sort of pre-wax cleanser that didn't contain an abrasive. You don't need the abrasive to break down any sealant or wax, it's gone. You just need a light product that will break down the oils in the polish. So the most common type of product that people use for that is IPA, isopropyl alcohol mix. So this is 90%, I bought 90% concentrated IPA, and I've mixed that down 2 parts IPA to 8 parts water to give me something was just below 20%, something like that, which is a suitable concentration to break down and emulsify the oils that are left behind in polishing. Another very common product that a lot of people will use because it's nice and cheap and readily available is Panel Wipe by Tetrasil, or Panel Wipe Degreaser, Pre-Wipe Degreaser it's now called, used to be called Panel Wipe. And you'll find this sold in motor factor shops up and down the country in one form or another. It will do the same thing as IPA, but it's a lot stronger and more concentrated. You put it onto a clean microfiber, you work it, you take it off with another microfiber straight away, and that will strip down any oils that are left on there. A lot of body shops will use this prior to doing spray work because it's really effective. The isopropyl or IPA mixed down at that ratio, 8 to 2 or 2 to 8, is nowhere near as strong, but it still does a good job. Okay, so that's scenario one. You will be using these pre-wax cleansers a lot of times after you've done a polish on your car, machine polish, using those products that have got oils in them. Scenario two, which is also a very common scenario, is you'll be doing a detail on the car, and as part of that detail you'll want to seal and or wax that car, but the car already has wax or sealant on it. Now this is a slightly more tougher scenario, because a lot of times you might, and I'm sure I've done it many years ago, you get the temptation to just put that product on top. If it's a sealant that cures, you are really going to compromise how that sealant will be able to bond to your paintwork if there's product already on there. So what I like to do is use an abrasive pre-wax cleanser to remove any previous products that are there, so that I can lay my sealant down on a clean car. So the two scenarios are scenario one, after polishing; scenario two, no polishing involved, but you've got to remove the existing wax and sealant. So you can see really that abrasive polish is really a great way of getting product off your car. So I really kind of use and recommend these two products. I've not been using them for too long, but I know they're effective and they work, and they'll deliver you the kind of surface that you want, and you can feel how good that surface is and see the results of how much longer your sealant or wax will last if you do this pre-cleanser step. So these two products that I think are quite well known are the Dodo Juice Lime Prime and the Lime Prime Light. So Lime Prime contains abrasives, and you'd use this for scenario two, where you want to use those abrasives to move any existing waxes or sealants. And Lime Prime Light doesn't contain any abrasives, so you'd use this if you wanted to after polishing to really get your paintwork clean, if you wanted to be a bit more kind of thorough than just using your IPA, although this will do it just as well, the Panel Wipe. But a lot of detailers probably don't want these kind of industrial looking sized products in their garage. You don't want to be handling them, trying to tip them into smaller bottles or tip them onto things. So these are for more kind of commercial kind of use. So I'd recommend Lime Prime and Lime Prime Light. What other tools are you going to need to be able to do your pre-wax cleansing? So let's talk about Lime Prime Light first of all, which is this one. You basically just need an applicator, and you could use a microfiber, or you could use a microfiber applicator. You could even use a sponge applicator, but I'd actually say I actually apply it with a short closed loop. We talked about all the different types of microfiber before. Microfiber, and I'll just put the product out on the microfiber and work it all around that paint, and then once I've finished the panel, like I'll do the whole hood, I will then remove that product with a more absorbent sort of deeper pile buffing cloth, if you like, because I'm more comfortable when I'm going across paintwork with pressure, getting product off. This is the type of microfiber I want to use, a buffing cloth, a Korean one. So that's all you need to be able to use a pre-wax cleanser for scenario 1 after your polishing. With the abrasive pre-wax cleanser, what I do is I use the dual action polisher, and it's probably pretty much all I use it for now is these pre-wax cleansers or applying the wax to cement itself. I'll put a finishing pad. So this is a Chemical Guys Hex Logic finishing pad, black. I'll put that on there, and I will pretty much work I'll work this abrasive cleaner in a similar way to a polish, except I will not go really beyond speed I won't go beyond speed 3 on the DA, probably even down to 2, maybe even less. I'll just work this product over the panel. I don't quite go when you're polishing. Anyone who's been doing machine polishing, you know it's really important how you work your compound with pressure and speed and arm movement and all that sort of stuff. I will go a little bit quicker with my arm movement than I would if I was laying down polish, but I'll want to make sure that I'm giving the abrasives in there a chance to really work on that panel and break down the waxes and sealants that are on them. So I'll probably do, you know, on a particular 2x2 section, I'll go over it in crosshatch still, but I'll go quick, and I'll do four quick crosshatch passes and then wipe off and then go to the next bit. You know, you still want to be thorough. You want to make sure you hit every part of that panel, remove as much of the product as you can, because this is all about doing it properly so you don't have to do it loads of times. So the best way to use that abrasive product is with a dual action like this and a finishing pad. So that was just a quick video on pre-wax cleansers and 2 particular pre-wax cleansers that I use. There is probably no point in me actually applying the pre-wax cleanser to a car and showing you removing it, because you probably get the idea. If you do want to see that being done, then I'm happy to do it. But this was more just to talk about pre-wax cleansers, why you use them, and show you a couple of really good products that I think you should have in your arsenal, and that is Dolo Juice, Lime Prime and Lime Prime Light. Okay, thanks very much.